It looks like Skull and Bones will be a huge failure. I don't see a lot of people liking the game. And you usually see people hating a game because they don't like something they did to the story, they don't like some microtransactions, loot boxes, pay to win stuff. But no, that's not the reason people don't like Skull and Bones. The game doesn't seem to have any soul. It seems like they implemented a lot of stuff, but they didn't work on the fun part. And there's another big issue. They will release the game on 8th November. And on the 9th of November 2022, God of War will also be released. The very next day. So not only that people are not very interested in this game, they will be a lot more interested in God of War. But here's the reason why Ubisoft is still releasing this game even if they know it will be a failure. First, I found this news article for NME saying that Skull and Bones obligated to release due to Ubisoft agreement with Singapore government. But they deleted this article for some reason. But I found another article from The Gamer. Ubisoft is still making Skull and Bones because a deal with the Singapore government won't let it die. And in this article it says that the team became more and more junior because all the talent and all the experience would leave constantly. And guess what? This is not because of this game. This is a Ubisoft problem. Ubisoft always had a huge issue with keeping the experienced developers. This is why their games always seem copy-paste, and this is why everything seems so random in Ubisoft games. People leave all the time. And the experienced ones who can improve the games also leave. I worked at Ubisoft and I know, and they don't do anything to keep the experienced people. Many times the new employees had better deals, and meanwhile the experienced ones barely got any raise, but they got more responsibilities. Back to Skull and Bones, an ex-developer says, fresh up the success of Black Flag, Skull and Bones was originally planned as a multiplayer expansion to the popular game under the working title of Black Flag Infinite. Similar to Ubisoft's recent announcement Assassin's Creed Infinity, it was meant to be a quick and easy expansion, but nobody knew what the fuck they were doing, said an ex-developer. And exactly, that's what I think about most Ubisoft games. They have no idea what they are doing. And it's sad, because they have the money, and they had the people, and they also have interesting IPs. But they have no idea how to take it to the next level. They can barely keep it at the level of a boring AAA game. Next news. Quest 2 will no longer require a Facebook account from next month. Oh, what a news. Looks like nobody likes Facebook. I always hated this, and we should always hate a company that forces us to use their social media. I don't want a Twitter account, a Facebook account, or a TikTok account. I don't use social media, and there's a lot of people who don't use social media. And the ones that do use social media usually are too busy commenting instead of playing games. So yeah, this is a great decision because maybe now more people will buy Quest 2. I will never buy it after I saw what they did with Resident Evil 4 VR. I don't want to pay for a company to censorship my games. But if you still want to, at least now you don't have to make a Facebook account. And in other good gaming news, Let Me Solo Her, the gamer from Elden Ring, received a special award from Namco Bandai. So the story is that when you reach Melania, you can ask this guy for co-op. And he will usually defeat Melania for you. And apparently Melania is regarded as the hardest boss in Elden Ring. And Let Me Solo Her apparently killed her over 1000 times. So this is why he received the special award from Namco. And this is exactly what a gaming company should do. They should always respect their fans, and they should also try to give the special fans a little, let's say, acknowledgement. It doesn't always have to be a special gift, but it will be nice to see that a company cares, because in the last years we see companies care less and less about gamers, even if they exist because of the gamers. E3 is partnering with PAX organizer Red Pop for 2023 event. And I still don't understand why people care so much about E3. In the past it was fun, but now a lot of gaming companies don't have gameplay to show, so they just rush a cinematic trailer. Now most of the companies don't talk about gaming, they talk about social issues, mostly because of the ESG score, environmental, social and governance risks. And also a lot of companies don't have the money to go to E3. And the companies that do waste a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, it will be nice to see so many gaming companies in one place and so many fans. But I don't think that E3 can bring us that anymore. But why do you even need E3? Just watch it with your favorite streamer or content creator. Or even better, if you have a lot of friends that are interested in gaming, call them over or watch it online and talk with each other about what's happening. You don't need E3. And the next news is about Elden Ring again. More exactly, a streamer named Dan Geschling finally beats Malenia after 2,999 tries.
Chat, this is it. You were here. 3,000 attempts, 32 days, 100 plus hours. Get out of here! It's over. Oh boy, it's over. It's not going. They said it's not.
I didn't play Elden Rings yet, but I think that's a lot. And here two things comes to mind. One, that he sucks very very much. Or two, good for him that he tried over and over until he succeeded. And I think whatever, if you are bad at one type of game, that doesn't mean you are bad at everything. But what I think is that a real gamer will never give up. So I don't think it matters how many times you fail if you win in the end. Because the real losers are the ones who give up. Because you cannot win at something if you give up. And we have another reason why this guy tried so many times and failed. Somebody said that.
To be fair, he never leveled Vigor, so most attacks were one-shots. The reason he never leveled Vigor is because a friend of his in chat said that while he was fighting Radahan, that leveling Vigor would be resin. An inside joke in his community from his Dark Souls playthrough. Resin is overpowered and cheating. So everything that was overpowered and felt cheap is called resin. From this comment he committed to never leveling Vigor again for the rest of the playthrough. He even rebirthed to remove levels he had spent on Vigor.
And in case you don't know what Vigor is, Vigor increases your HP, fire resistance and immunity. That doesn't mean that an enemy cannot one-shot you, but it means that you will get extra resistance to other damage. My opinion is, if it's in the game, it's not cheating. If you don't buy a DLC that has a special weapon, it's not cheating. So as long as you don't use a glitch in the game, you don't pay to win, or you don't let others win the fight for you, then I don't think it's cheating. If I get a special weapon in a game, that means I deserve that. Because you usually have to beat a monster to get a special weapon. Also, if I grind a lot and I improve my character, that's not cheating. I deserve to be OP. Of course, these rules do not apply for multiplayer games. And I would also like to talk a little about some bonus news content. Rockstar admits that Red Dead Redemption Online is impacted by GTA 6 development. And I think this is not true. Red Dead Redemption Online was a failure. When it was released, it was full of bugs. For example, I wasn't able to finish some quests. And I got bored, so I never played the game again. I mean the online part. Well, I actually tried it a little later, but it was still boring. They make a lot of money milking the GTA Online, so of course they will want to make GTA 6 as fast as possible. And this is why I always hated games that are played online. I mean games that had single player and also had online. Because most companies will care only about the online part, where you will be forced to spend a lot of money to be able to have all the content. And they will try to ignore the single player part more and more. So I'm not having big expectations for GTA 6 single player part, but I hope I'm wrong and I hope they will make a very very offensive game. Because that's why a lot of people like GTA. You have a lot of chaos, a lot of bad people, a lot of crazy stuff happening, and a lot of politically incorrect stuff that is fun to see. GTA was always shown as an example of a violent and very politically incorrect game. But that was also what made it interesting and fun, and loved by many. So I don't care if you want to milk the idiots as much as you want, as long as I get the single player game that I want. The sad thing is that a PC modder is able to make a far better job than the Rockstar employees, and you usually get the mods for free. And Take-Two, instead of improving that and becoming a better company, they actually spend their time DMCAing modders because they are scared, because they see that a modder can make something that a lot of people will enjoy for free. So many people will say, well, why should I pay $10 for a t-shirt in GTA or a car when a modder can make the online part even more fun, for free, or very cheap? And it's not only Take-Two, there's a lot of companies who do this. They don't want the people to find out that one person that probably creates mods for fun is able to create stuff that's far more better than a huge corporation with a lot of people and a huge budget. Anyway, this is all from me. See you next time.